Stoicism spans centuries and draws upon the ideas and contributions of numerous philosophers. Here are the main milestones in Stoic history. 1. Zeno of Citium, c. 334 to 262 BCE, considered the founder of Stoicism. Zeno of Citium, a Greek philosopher, began teaching in Athens around 300 BCE. His disciples were called Stoics because they gathered in the stoa, porch, of a building in Athens. Zeno emphasized the importance of self-control, virtue, and accepting what is beyond our control. 2. Early Stoa. After Zeno's death, his successors, such as Cleanthes and Chrysippus, developed and expanded his ideas. Stoicism became a popular philosophical school of thought during the Hellenistic and Roman periods. Stoics adopted a systematic approach to philosophy, emphasizing ethics, logic, and physics. 3. Roman Stoicism. Stoicism gained significant influence in Rome, where philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius became prominent advocates. Seneca, for instance, wrote a series of letters and essays that are still widely read today. Epictetus, a former slave, taught Stoic principles that emphasized inner control and self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, penned his Meditations, considered an essential Stoic text. 4. Decline and survival. Stoicism's influence waned with the fall of the Roman Empire, but its ideas survived in written works and were preserved by later philosophers like St. Augustine and Boethius. The Renaissance also saw a resurgence of interest in Stoicism, with authors like Montaigne and Descartes influenced by its principles. 5. Modern revivalism. Stoicism has experienced a revival in modern times, with contemporary authors like Albert Ellis and William Irvine popularizing its teachings in psychology and practical philosophy. Stoicism is often considered a helpful approach to dealing with anxiety, stress, and the challenges of modern life. Key tenets of Stoicism. Stoicism offers a set of principles and teachings that focus on personal development, ethics, and the pursuit of virtue. Some of the key concepts of Stoicism include: 1. Virtue as the highest good. Virtue, in Stoicism, is considered the highest value and the only path to true happiness. The cardinal Stoic virtues are wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom is seen as the ability to discern what is morally right and to act accordingly. It involves the constant pursuit of knowledge and the capacity to make informed decisions. Courage, for Stoics, is the ability to face fear and adversity with determination. It doesn't mean the absence of fear, but acting rightly despite fear. Justice entails acting fairly, respecting the rights and dignity of all. Stoics emphasize treating others with kindness and consideration. Temperance is the control over desires and impulses, avoiding excess and impulsive behavior. It leads to a balanced and moderate life. The pursuit of virtue is the core of Stoicism, and the philosophy teaches that true happiness arises when one lives in accordance with these virtues, constantly striving to improve one's character. 2. Emotional apathy. Emotional apathy in Stoicism doesn't refer to a complete lack of emotion or indifference, but rather the ability to maintain calmness and emotional serenity, especially in the face of stressful or upsetting events. It doesn't imply suppressing emotions, but not being dominated by them. Stoics believe that many emotional disturbances and anxiety stem from excessive reactions to situations. Seeking emotional apathy means understanding that we cannot control external events, only our reactions to them. Therefore, it's essential to develop the ability to respond to situations rationally and serenely rather than reacting impulsively. The practice of meditation and mindfulness exercises is often associated with Stoicism as a way to cultivate emotional apathy. 3. acceptance of what is beyond our control. Stoics emphasize the importance of recognizing and accepting what is beyond our control. This includes external events, the behavior of others, and inevitable life circumstances. For Stoics, anxiety and suffering often arise from struggling against what we cannot change. The principle of accepting what is beyond our control doesn't mean passivity, but acknowledging our limitations and directing our attention and energy to what we can influence. It entails adopting an attitude of emotional detachment from external events, not allowing them to affect our inner peace. 4. Living in accordance with nature. Living in accordance with nature is a fundamental concept in Stoicism. Stoics believe we should act in harmony with our human nature and the laws of the universe, which includes accepting life's inevitable changes and events with serenity. Living in accordance with nature implies recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and understanding that we are part of a greater whole. This leads us to act ethically and live in harmony with the world around us. This concept also encompasses the idea that we should follow reason and act rationally, as reason is viewed as an intrinsic part of human nature. 5. Internal control. Stoics believe the only thing we truly control is our own mind and our responses to circumstances. This means we can't control external events or the actions of others, but we can control our attitudes, beliefs, and choices. This emphasis on internal control signifies that we can cultivate self-discipline and self-mastery to live according to our values and principles, regardless of external circumstances. Accepting this internal control empowers us to take responsibility for our lives and allows us to pursue virtue and wisdom. 6. Self-discipline and self-mastery. Self-discipline and self-mastery are crucial aspects of Stoicism. This involves controlling our desires, impulses, and behaviors. Stoics believe that achieving virtue and serenity requires self-discipline to avoid excesses and impulsive actions. Developing self-discipline means acting according to our principles and resisting the temptation of fleeting pleasures that might divert us from the path of virtue. Self-discipline helps us stay focused on our goals and avoid distractions that pull us away from living in accordance with nature. 7. Living in the present. Stoicism teaches the importance of living in the present moment, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. The past cannot be altered, and the future is uncertain, so the only true reality is the present moment. Living in the present involves a deeper appreciation for life, being fully present in each moment, and recognizing the beauty and value of what is happening now. This helps reduce anxiety caused by concerns about future events that may be beyond our control. Mindfulness and meditation practices are frequently recommended to develop the ability to live in the present. 8. Daily practice. Stoicism is a practical philosophy that emphasizes the importance of self-discipline and daily practice. Stoics believe that wisdom and virtue are not attained solely through theory, but also through constant action and reflection. Daily practice involves applying Stoic principles in our everyday lives. This can include self-examination, where we evaluate our actions and emotions in light of Stoic principles and make adjustments to improve our character. It also involves actively applying the virtues in real-life situations to live in accordance with nature and achieve emotional serenity. In conclusion, Stoicism is a philosophy for living that emphasizes the importance of virtue, emotional serenity, and self-discipline. These principles are implemented to help individuals lead wiser, more ethical, and meaningful lives. Consistent practice of these principles can lead to greater emotional resilience and a sense of fulfillment and purpose in life.